Hello, Sanford, and you are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. I am Jonathan West, and welcome to the Howler, your home for all Sanford College sports news. We're talking about college football, and it is a must-win scenario. And you folks are probably wondering exactly why I'm saying that. We're already 6-4, shockingly, are the Sanford Coyotes as they go into a matchup against Kent State this week. But in my opinion, it is a must-win scenario because at this point, 2 games left. Kent State, and then we come home for senior day against Western Michigan. If Sanford can win both of those games, big opportunity in front of them to possibly get a shot at the MAC title. Miami of Ohio is the only team in front of them. And if they can get in front of Miami of Ohio, if Miami of Ohio loses either of these last 2 matchups they have, Sanford's looking at a MAC title opportunity. If they tie them, they got to hope for some big tiebreakers. Nonetheless, they have an opportunity if they win out. That's what this team has to look to. They have to win out to get an opportunity. Now, it's asking a lot. That's asking for, I believe, if I'm correct, a 7-game win streak from Tanner Patrick. Not to mention being undefeated in every game he's played. It's asking a lot of this team. We'll see if they can start getting that job done here this coming weekend. But let's talk a little bit about recruiting as Casey Trevor still hasn't made his decision yet. Devon Neal's decision seems to be starting to become a little more clear. Kurt Brigham is back to looking at, of course, the Wisconsin Badgers. Dustin Jordan fully on the side of the Tennessee Volunteers. And really, it's a tough time right now for Sanford with most of their recruits here. Michigan starting to fight back for Brandon Clifton as Tyrese Baker, really one of the only players right now that has Sanford truly in the lead. Justin McCullum, a backup quarterback as well, but if he does come to Sanford, will more than likely be redshirted. Now, Marcus Jones, of course, visited the Chippewas game last week, and well, even with a huge loss, decided to commit to the Chippewas. Doug Willis, Utah State is where he's headed, and the number 1 quarterback in the nation, Justin Johnson, well, he's headed to LSU. So, not the greatest week talking recruiting-wise, but right now, I don't think this team needs to be worried about recruits. They'll come, I believe, next season after the year they have had. Shocking the world, already bowl eligible, and getting an opportunity to up that situation by getting an opportunity at maybe a MAC title game. I cannot even fathom this team going from 3 wins to now talking about possibly winning the MAC. This is a team no one expected to do anything this year. I know some fans were talking up 5 wins. Some fans were talking maybe another 3-win season. No, we're talking bowl eligible. We're talking possible MAC conference title. This team has gone above and beyond with Tanner Patrick when he came in to start. And at this point, recruits, I don't know if they're thinking it's a fluke year or if it's just too late in the game for them to really believe in this hype of Sanford. Nonetheless, next year is going to be interesting, and this coming week against Kent State is going to be very interesting as Kent State has a very, very good team. Do not let these statistics fool you of this team. They're very similar, in my opinion, to Sanford. They have a good mobile quarterback who can do everything in Michael Mack. It's going to be almost 2 teams that look identical to each other, taking each other on this week. So I'm very interested to see how Tanner Patrick fares against a defense that really has taken on a Sanford-style offense week in, week out. And what Kent State's offense is going to offer to the Sanford defense that they haven't seen before. Of course, it seems, from what I know, to be a lot more no-huddle. We're used to that playing in the MAC. We'll see if Kent can bring a special edge to it that takes our team off guard, or if Sanford's going to just be, well, plain and simple, facing themselves. Right now, though, folks, let's talk about who is projected to face Sanford and in what bowl game. Currently, it's Purdue, and they're projected to be in the Caesars or Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. That's the prediction right now as we head into the weekend, looking at a much anticipated game. Kent State hosting Sanford College. I will see you folks there on the call. We'll see you this weekend. Hello, Sanford, and welcome. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. My name is Jonathan West, and we are here at Dick Stadium as things are going to get underway momentarily, as it's a huge matchup. Talked about it plenty during the week. It's a must-win game in a lot of people's eyes here, as Sanford is looking to possibly get a MAC conference title game. And I brought this up early in the week. Don't take the stats for anything here. These are two teams that I think are very similar, almost identical representation of each other. We'll see how that plays out on the field today, but it's almost an identical sense at quarterback, and it's a very identical sense at running back. We'll see if these really are the mirror images that at least I perceive them to be, and we'll see how much of a toll that takes on our defense here at Sanford, or on the opposing defense for Kent State. As the teams get ready to go here, it's going to be an interesting matchup to say the least this week. I'm very interested to see exactly how much fight is in this Sanford team, as it looks like they're going to receive to start. The kick is underway, and Sam Moore will get us going. So he's going to return this one. Already has 2 kickoffs returned this year. That's a 19-yard return there. Not going to take us up very far, as Tanner Patrick and company will get us underway, and it is a loss of 2 for Claude Fleming to start things off. 2nd and 12 now as Patrick under center. He's going to drop back. Rolling out, looking to throw. He can't connect with his intended target. I believe that was Claude Fleming once again. As 3rd and 12 now here as a shotgun formation. Patrick to throw. Hooks up with Herb Fellows. That's going to be enough for the first down on the slant route. 19 yards and a first down. As they go back to the ground game now here on 1st and 10, it's Claude Fleming. A 3-yard gain on that one. That's going to be a solid pickup considering this is a tough D-line to run on. As Patrick going to take off on the option on 2nd and 7. That's going to be a gain of 12. Nice blocks in front of him. We're really able to push him to get that 12-yard gain. As 1st and 15 following a false start penalty on Sanford's part. It's a Nigel McTaggart 1-yard run. That's going to be, well, really the worst play we've seen so far from this offense. Well, when it comes to gaining yards, I should say, as that's a pick here on 2nd and 14. Elliott with the interception, as I believe the intended target was Herb Fellows there. Marcus Elliott gets the interception. I'm sorry, it could have also been Tremaine Dingle. Both men were going to cross there, and really you couldn't tell who the intended target was at the time. That's the last thing we needed to see early on, as Jonathan Rankin takes off for a gain of 12 here for Kent State. Gain of 12 to start Kent State's day, and now this defense has to play hard-nosed. 1st and 10 as Mack in the shotgun. He looks to throw. The left-handed quarterback finds Rankin, and he's got room. The angle route turns into 30 yards as the middle of the field was wide open. No one around it as they brought the blitz package in. So it left Rankin wide open for 30 long yards and now they're in the red zone. First and 10 here is White the man in motion. As Mac, the quarterback, takes off, but that's Deshaun Hollis who catches him. The freshman making his presence known today, as that is his first big hit of the day. 2nd and 14 as Mac looks to hand off again here to Rankin, as that is Shane Townsend who brings Rankin down this time. Another short gain here. Well, actually the first short gain today, as that's going to lead to 3rd and 13. Has a nice connection there, but it's out of bounds. No good. That's going to be a field goal for Kent State. Jason Turner was one of the men on coverage. The kick is up. It is good, and Kent State will get on the board first here. First blood goes to the Golden Flashes as Sanford has to take back over now on offense. They'll go to the option right off the bat, and Patrick able to pick up 15 yards on that first gain. That's nice to see to start this drive. They'll go back to the ground game. It's Antoine Bradford on the carry. They like bringing Bradford into the running game now. They've really enjoyed what they've seen out of him when the ball's in his hands. So they stay on the ground with Claude Fleming on 2nd and 5. No gain there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now. As Patrick looks to throw here. Off the slant pattern. Somehow gets it to Herb Fellows. 16 yards and a new set of downs. That was a tight window. Somehow Fellows came up with it in a big play there. As Patrick can't get the ball off there to his intended target. He got the ball out of his hands. Just couldn't go anywhere with it. As a 2nd and 10 handoff goes to Claude Fleming here. That's going to be a gain of 1 on that run. The rushing game not looking great unless your name's Tanner Patrick at this point. It's 3rd and 5. Rollout here. And Patrick off the mark. I believe that was intended for, I want to say, Tremaine Dingle, possibly Rob Thomas. As Sanford had to punt it away. It's 1st and 10 now for Kent State. Mac dropping back, throwing out of bounds, as that's just good coverage by the defense, forcing Mac's hand there. 2nd and 10 now. Mac gonna hand off to Rankin, and Heath Haley comes down, the senior linebacker, making his presence known today as he comes down from his spot. Jason Turner really slows down Rankins. 3rd and 13 as Mac looks to throw. He connects with Johnny Woods, and that's a big hit from, I believe, indeed, that was Turner again, as it's a big first down, and the first quarter is starting to come to a close. Nick Holley finds his way into the passing attack, so that's a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 here under center is Mac, as Mac hands off to Rankin. And he is caught, luckily not enough for the first. They'll call it 3rd and inches. No gain there for Rankin. That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Kent State up early 3-0 over Sanford. You are listening to the Sanford Sports Radio. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to the Sanford Sports Radio. My name is Jonathan West, and it is 3-0 here early. Kent State over Sanford, as that is Johnny Woods connecting again with Michael Mack connecting with Johnny Woods on that throw. That's another big first down now for Kent State. As 1st and 10 here, handoff goes to Rankin. As Hollis quickly brings him down after a gain of 3. Able to catch him before he can make a big move and get running room. As 2nd and 7, Matt goes to the screen for Chris White. White has room but takes a big hit there from Turner. 3rd and 4 here. Mack goes to the screen, that's Dixon, but he has brought down Jason Turner all over the field today, as that's only a gain of 2, and on 4th and 2, they will bring out the offense. As a false start penalty, though, is going to move them back now 4th and 7. Kent State still making the choice to bring out the the fourth down offense as a deep ball, Chris White, and that's going to be 33 yards down to around the 4-yard line, as that is huge for the Golden Flashes. The handoff goes to Hickman. The fullback doesn't get anything on first down. He's held up, as that will bring up 2nd and goal. I formation back to Hickman, and everyone knew where that one was going. No one could stop that defensive line from getting there that time. As it's 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Mack in the shotgun takes the snap. Looks to throw, connects with Chris White in the back of the end zone. 5-yard connection on the slant. That's going to be a touchdown, Kent State, as they're going to take a 2-possession lead here. And this is early in the second quarter, though, folks. There's a chance Sanford can come back. They just got to find a spark on offense. As 1st and 10 here, Tanner Patrick out of the pistol for Sanford, as Bradford looks for room after the 1-yard gain, but couldn't find anything. 2nd and 9 here. Patrick looks to throw again. Checks down to Costello on the drag. That's going to be enough for a 10-yard reception. Duran Costello has had a solid year in his first year as a starter so far. As 1st and 10, the pitch goes awry, and Cunningham's got it. You've got to be kidding me, as Patrick's the only man that can stop him, and he brings him down at the 1-yard line. A big miscommunication there, as Tanner Patrick wanted to pitch it off. I believe when he threw it, it bounced off the defender, and Cunningham the only man able to pick it up. As 1st and goal, that's Jonathan Rankin. He can't find his way in on that one. Only a gain of 2 down to the goal line. 2nd and goal now as Mack under center in the eye. He hands off to Rankin, and that's going to be enough for the touchdown. It's a 3-possession ball game. That's all I got to say about that one. Patrick and company back trying to make something happen, and the pass bounces off the hands of Herb Fellows. For some reason, he couldn't hold it in. That was a big gainer there. As 2nd and 10, Fleming can't find any room. A loss of 2. Already bringing up a long 3rd and 12. Patrick takes the snap out of shotgun. Looks to throw. Deep ball wide open. That's Rob Thomas. 20. 10-5, the freshman down to the 2. 67-yard reception. Finally, the big play is made. We haven't called Rob Thomas's name in a while, but he finds open field, and the big play made by the 2 freshmen. It's the play action here at the goal line. That's Bradford. Touchdown, Sanford. Finally, they're on the board. It's pretty late here in the second quarter, but finally Sanford is on the board. Mack and company take over for Kent State. Is now 7-17 is your score. Down goes Rankin for a gain of around 5. This Sanford defense needs to make something happen, and quick here if they want to score before the end of the half, if you ask me, as Rankin finds enough room for a gain of 8 and enough for the first down. As 1st and 10, Mack looks to throw. He connects with his tight end Butler there. That's going to be a gain of 6 as they look to try and get more points here before the half. As it looks like another false start here, though, for Kent State, as somebody jumping early. That's going to move them back now for 2nd and 9. High formation here for Kent State as the handoff goes to Jonathan Rankin. He avoids one would-be tackler, finds room to the outside, 30, 20. There is a flag, though, on the field. So Richard Cruz was the man that brought Rankins down, but a clipping penalty will save the day for Sanford. Mike Morelli brought back here for the clipping at 2nd and 15 now. Mack looks to throw. connects with Johnny Woods again here for 11 yards, and that's going to be a 3rd and 3 now upcoming. As Mack under center, Rankin's behind him. They go to the draw, and he is brought down, but gets just enough. 4 yards on that one. As 1st and 10 out of the shotgun, Mack throws, connects with Rankins. He's brought down. Jason Turner, a gain of 4 once again. They're just getting as much as they can on every play. They'll take what this defense is giving them. 2nd and 6. Mack now on the run. Here's the mobility of Mack on display, as that's a 9-yard gain by Michael Mack. Gain of a 1st down. As this team now in control here as Kent State looks to put up more points. Less than a minute now remains in the first half. And a throwaway there by Michael Mack. As Sanford's defense looks to continue to have good coverage here. 2nd and 10. Mack looks to run though. They force him to take off. He'll get 9 yards on that run. It's still 3rd down though. 3rd and 1 upcoming. As it's gonna be everybody, I got a feeling, coming to this football. As Rankin gets enough for the first gain of 4 on the ground. As 1st and 10, it looks like about a cover 1 set here on defense. Mack looks to run. He somehow finds room, as it looked like he was a chicken with his head cut off there for a second, and he's down at the 2-yard line. 36 seconds, down at around the 2. 1st and goal. Mack looks to throw to the back of the end zone. Chris White, there is a flag though. It's going to be illegal touching, as White went out of bounds and came back in before he caught the football, as that is going to mean it is still going to be Kent State football at the goal line. 2nd and goal here. Mack to the end zone, batted away luckily by Trey McLaughlin. He had a receiver in the area. Luckily, couldn't make the play on the football. 3rd and goal. Here's Mack looks to throw. Connects with Chris White. He is down after a gain of 4. That's going to be down at around the 4-yard line. They have to now settle for a field goal. 20-7 here is this Sanford offense going to try and make some big plays. Marcus Elliott just defends that one. Just bats that one away. It's 11 seconds remain here in the half. Patrick going deep. And it bounces off the helmet of Marcus Elliott. Intended target was Tremaine Dingle. 3rd and 10. 5 seconds left. The throw connects with Fellows. 1 second left on the clock here. 20-yard completion. They bring in Dante Anderson here. Looks like they're going to just throw the football downfield, as Anderson can't get it off in time. He'll go down for a loss of 7. Khalil Morris will pick up the sack here to end the half. Kent State up 20-7 right now, as Sanford looks to battle back in the second half. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. Welcome back, folks, to the second half of play here. It's 27. Sanford is on top. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio, as that is Jonathan Rankins on the play there. Oh, I'm sorry, Justin Rankins on the play. And a big 1st down there for Kent State. Mack to throw here on 1st down. That's a completion. So that's a big 1st down once again. This Kent State team has been able to find easy completions and easy 1st downs. This defense has to shut them down. So it looks like another false start here. Indeed it is. Another 5-yard loss for Kent State as they move to 1st and 15 now. Handoff goes to Rankin, and he is brought down. There's Deshaun Hollis catching him from behind. 2nd and 14 now. Under center is Mack in the I form here, as he's going to drop back, looks to throw. Can't connect with his intended target. Big 3rd and long upcoming is exactly what this defense needed right now. It's third and 14 for Mack. He connects with Holly. That won't be enough for the first. Only a gain of 6. Bring out the punt unit. As Kent State looks to punt this one away. And it looks to take a bounce. Indeed it will. And that is a Kent State bounce down to the 4. Sanford's got a long way to go if they want to fight back here from their own 4-yard line. Handoff goes to Fleming off what could have been an option, but a 7-yard gain there for Fleming. 2nd and 3 now, full house formation as McTaggart takes the handoff, and that's only going to be a gain of 1. 3rd and 2 upcoming. Hand off to Fleming on 3rd and 2, and that's going to be a 5-yard gain. Finally, enough for a first down, as Tanner Patrick and company can finally get a positive here on an offensive drive. It's 1st and 10 completion to Deron Costello down the middle of the field. There's finally another big play we haven't seen much of today. Patrick connects with Costello again, this time on the drag. 5-yard gain as Costello looks to be a big target now. 2nd and 5. Handoff goes to Fleming. He doesn't go backwards. That's always a bonus. 1-yard gain here is no room really for Claude Fleming today. 3rd and 4. Patrick checks it to Dingle on, well, he throws it low to Dingle on the curl route, but he can't hold on to it. That's a drop leading to a Sanford punt. Now Kent State back with the football in their possession. As Rankin can't go anywhere, as Heath Haley brings him down for the 3-yard loss there. Good play by the senior linebacker, just creating the edge and not allowing Rankin to go anywhere. 2nd and 13, Rankin with the ball up the gut. That's going to be a 2-yard gain, still 3rd and long upcoming. 3rd and 11. Mack looks to throw. Connects with his man, but out of bounds. Huge saving grace right there. Sanford takes back over now. They've got better field position this time as Herb Fellows with the first down. Gain of 13 as they are already in Kent State field position. As 1st and 10 from the Kent 48. Handoff goes to Fleming. Fleming finally finding a little bit of room. That's a gain of 4. They've got to take everything they can get at this point in the ground game. As 2nd and 6, they go to the option, but handoff goes to Fleming. He's got a big chunk of yardage in front of him. 15 yards and the best run of the day for Claude Fleming. They now go to Nigel McTaggart as they're keeping it on the ground, trying to kill some clock along with it. That's only a gain of 2 there for McTaggart. 2nd and 8 in the shotgun. Patrick goes to the screen here for Fleming, and that's going to be a gain of around 6 yards as this 3rd quarter is coming to a close. So that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Kent State on top 27, but Sanford is driving here. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. We'll be back with the final quarter of play right after this. It's the 4th quarter, folks, as I am Jonathan West. You're listening to Sanford Sports Radio, and Tanner Patrick taking off blocks in front of him, and that is a 16-yard gain for Patrick. I couldn't even complete the whole situation here. It's 27, Kent on top. As Fleming looks to strike here as he gets down to around the 2-yard line. Finally finding some running room, bringing that average up. 36 yards total today for Fleming. They pitch out to Claude. To the end zone he goes as a 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown Sanford. It's a 1-possession game now, folks. It is a 1-possession game. As 1st and 10, Mack looks to set up a screen of Kent's zone. As Rankin can't find any room, though. He'll get back to the line, and that's about it. 2nd and 10. Mack under center in the I form. He hands off to Rankin. He'll find some room as that's going to be a 6-yard gain there. Brought down by Gibson and Joe Irvin. 3rd and 3. Mack looks to make a play. He's taken off, but he is down. Sacked by Elliott Flowers. A 3-yard loss, and that is huge for this team, as that will now bring up 4th and 6. This Kent State team has to punt again, as it's 14-20. This is an opportunity. Can Sanford make the comeback? A 5-yard rush there for Fleming, with 5.5 left to go. Patrick dropping back. 2nd and 5 here as that's Harrison Frazier. Somehow comes away with that after a great attempt at a deflection by the Kent defender. But a 13-yard gain for Frazier and a big 1st down. Patrick completes another screen here to Fleming. That's a 7-yard gain. Another nice short completion, giving that confidence to the young quarterback. 2nd and 3, handoff goes to Fleming, as that's going to be enough for the first gain of 9. Arguably one of the best tough runs today. 1st and 10, pistol formation. Patrick looks to throw here, connects with Bradford on the check down, and that'll at least give him 5. I'll take any gain here right now. They can just keep dunking it and continue to kill this clock. They go flea flicker here. Patrick on the rollout. Looks to throw but takes off instead. That'll be a gain of 2. Hey, at least it's positive yardage. I can't believe they tried to pull out the flea flicker there. As 3rd and 3, they go back to the option. Patrick fights. That's 4 yards. Enough for the first. This drive continues. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Fleming out of the full house. A loss of 3 as John Cunningham was all over it. 2nd and 13. Less than 2 minutes. Into the end zone. Harrison Frazier. 15-yard touchdown connection. What a play. Just over the middle of the field. He was wide open. It is 21-20. The comeback is complete. Rankin with a reception there. 12-yard gain as a 1.5 minutes remains here for Kent State. They start the no huddle here. As Mack looks to throw. He goes to Woods, but Johnny Woods can't hold on. That's going to fall incomplete. 1st and 9, or I'm sorry, 1:19 here on 2nd and 10. As that is Mack looking for Galladay. Galladay with a good gain on the screen. That'll be a gain of 7, but they got to hurry up still, as just over a minute remains here. 3rd and 3. Under a minute. Mack connects with Rankin on a screen, but he is bottled up after a gain of 1. 4th and 2. In my opinion, this is the ball game. Less than 20 seconds. All they need is a field goal. They're taking their time here, killing all the clock they can. Mack to throw. Over the middle, connects with Dixon. Oh no. 20-yard connection as they take a timeout. 7 seconds. Under center, Mack hands off to Rankin. He's going to center the ball here as they take a timeout, gain of 2. They have an opportunity here for a field goal still. 2nd and 8. This is pretty much the last play. They're going to go to the end zone. It's batted away, almost caught, but drops incomplete. That's the end of the ball game. I am so shocked they didn't try for a long field goal. Nonetheless, the comeback is complete. And I can't make a mama said knock you out reference here, because you have to call it a comeback. Until the 4th quarter, this team was down. At one point, this was a 17-0 ball game. Your final here in Kent State, 21-20, Sanford comes out victorious. An absolutely enormous victory for the Sanford College Coyotes today as they make an enormous comeback to defeat the Kent State Golden Flashes. And what's even more impressive, 2 big turnovers early. And then this team plays clean football, not a turnover, and the team looked extremely solid on those last couple drives. If they can continue this success, next week it's senior day. It's the final day. They just need one more win, and we might be talking MAC championship possibilities. Thank you folks for listening. I've been Jonathan West. We will see you next week for more Sanford football.